That's it.
Look at this, man. I've had this lighter for 2 years from Amsterdam, and it still works. A fucking beaut. Not filled it up once or anything. I use this every night, and it still fucking works. And it was just one that came free with me purchasing marijuana over there. Fucking top class.
I know it's a smoke over there, you reckon?
In Amsterdam.
Mm.
I bet the dead have ever even heard of it.
Yeah. You I could get them playing cards out, man. Should we show them?
Oh, the ones I bought you from Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought them for your son, not you. He was like 1 at the
Oh, yeah,
time, I
true.
think.
Yeah, there's fucking big dicks all over them.
Yeah, they love their fucking art over there. It was on like vases and all sorts over there, man, on their pottery and that. It was all just people just fucking doggy style and shit.
Greasy bastards out there.
Yeah, but it is normalised over there. Same as Amsterdam, all the sex and stuff like that. But I don't know why it is. I mean, I kind of guess I know why it is, like, you know, for children and things' sake, but it's so taboo everywhere else. But it's like shitting, isn't it? Like, everyone fucking does it. Like, I don't know why it's so, like, hee hee. Like, everyone fucks and has sex.
Yeah. It's like the most natural thing, eh? It's like day one fucking natural.
Yeah, it's literally the reason you're here is because two people had sex. Like, I don't get why
No, not
that's.
my parents don't. Not mine.
Yeah, they did, man.
I didn't do that, man.
I don't want to say this live, but your mom's been fucked for you to get here.
Fucking hell.
I know.
Should I watch this one?
Yeah, I know. What a way to find out your
But,
mom's a good girl, man.
oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
man. I'm in the new guy phase at work again, man. New job.
I know.
Just that little spare bit fucking standing around.
Yeah, I hate it, to be fair. I mean, I've been at my quote unquote new job 3 months, and I still feel that way just because of the nature of my job. But yeah, I hate it as well, man. Always asking
At
questions and
least,
shit, too.
yeah. At least it's from home. Like when you're in a physical place and you just like stood around thinking, I can be helpful, and you just stood there like, yeah, you just wait there a bit. We'll find you something to do. And you just look like a little puppy, like fucking just waiting for some orders.
Yeah, following people around, like, yeah, what we doing here then? Like, yeah, it is annoying. I don't like being a new person. I like to just go in and crack on with it.
Yeah, you're in that state of like, I don't want to be stood around looking like I'm doing nothing, but I want to help, but I don't want to be just in everyone's way. What the fuck's like? Everyone's just trying to get on with the normal work day, and you're there. You don't know what to do.
Yeah, you want to seem like eager, I guess, don't you? You don't want to you don't want to just be slouching like, yeah, man, fucking just let me know when I can do some work. You know what I mean? You never want to be that dude. So you want to be like, what can I do? What can I learn? And
Yeah.
plus, like, how it is for me is I want to know as much as I can. So I get to a point where I can just go in and kind of autopilot it rather than thinking, fuck, what am I doing or how do I do this? Because it's just stressful, isn't it? So you do want to just get cracking straight away.
Yeah, and having been someone that's trained people as well, just as the trainer, you're just like, man, I'll be here every day for like years. I just want to get on with my shit, man. I don't have to show somebody new how to do it.
Mm, yeah.
But yeah, there's been a good couple of geezers showing me what to do and that, and I've just been fucking acting normal, cracking on, learning what I can.
I wonder, like, in this economy, especially, and with different generations and the way different generations are, especially like us, as I think we're millennials, and other generations coming up into the workforce. And, you know, we speak about it like TikTok and screens and people having no attention spans. And, you know, that even bleeds into our generation and stuff too. But how often it is where you will bounce not only job to job, but like career to career. Because the industry I'm in now, which is like, you know, financial, pensions, all that type of stuff, there's people that have been in there like 30 years, 20 years, 25 years. And obviously they're all old dudes and women. They've got like white hair and stuff. But like, I wonder because the way we are now and the internet is now and the way people are now, if people will go job to job more and if the thing of people being at a place for like 30 plus years will like start to dwindle a little bit.
Yeah, probably. There's so much out there, and it's so much more accessible to get something else. Like you can just have something else lined up before you even quit now. But if you worked at like a factory fucking 40 years ago or something, and you had to walk around or like make phone calls off our landline, look in the paper for jobs, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be way harder to fucking get somewhere else
It's
lined up.
got, I'd like to experience a day about 40, 50 years ago. I wonder if it'd be horrendous or if you'd live it and be like, oh, there's a bit of freedom in it. Because I do love the internet, and I look like when the internet goes down, you realize like, fuck, I can't do anything. I can't watch the shows I want to watch. Like everything feels useless when the internet's not working or if it's down or whatever. But then, like, obviously, if the internet isn't a thing yet and everyone's just outdoors, I don't know, man. Like, I wonder if you can go back and like maybe even live a week, even like in the early 90s, where you are now, if you're like, oh, well, this was just so much better, or if it's like, oh no, like it's kind of romanticized a lot of the stuff and it's actually way better today with, the internet and everything else we have technological wise.
Yeah, I think feeling less tied together is a feeling of freedom.
Yeah.
Just now, man, you're expected to just be responsive now within like a minute or two. You know what I mean? Where like before, you'd have to just fucking wait days to see someone to talk to them, or you give them a phone call if they don't answer. Like
Years
you,
ago, and I'm talking many years ago, people didn't even know you were alive. Like you were
yeah,
just out there. No one knew you were just out there. No one knew who you were, your name. You know what I mean? Like you just lived. Now, like, you're on social media. Like I'll go on social media, I'll scroll Twitter now and again, and like I'll just check on Facebook very rarely, but I'll do it. And I'll just see people suggested to me stuff that I don't even know. And there's people's names that I know because they're recommended to me so much. And I've got so many mutual friends with them and I see them all the time. And I don't even know who this person, but I know them. Like if I saw the face, I'm like, oh, that's that dude. But I have no idea who the fuck he is really. Like there's something free in just not being a part of any of that, man.
yeah. I was at the school this morning, waiting to drop Max off, and I was just sat in the car for a sec, and like just a school kid got dropped off, and he got out of the car and he just got his phone straight out, but he was like looking around a bit as if he's looking for his mates, but he just got his phone straight out and just head in it, and I just thought like, man, you just don't even know, like you don't know what it was like without that man to just look
No.
for people and just
But,
wonder about, just be happy when you find them.
but we don't know. Like I have been on the internet. I've woke up today. As soon as I woke up, I did some shit on my phone. I logged on to work, worked all day. As soon as I finished work, I fucking logged on to my PC. I started playing some Call of Duty, speaking to some friends in Discord. Like I've literally not really disconnected today at all. Like I don't know what
Yeah,
it's like to live without the internet either. Like I said, like it was like midnight, maybe Wednesday. Well, like technically Thursday morning, and I was in bed, and the internet on my TV, like the YouTube video, started buffering. Because I have like gig internet, I haven't seen buffering for a long time, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I was immediately angry, like buffering,
yeah,
and
yeah. You're
then
like, here we go.
yeah, and then my internet was just down. I don't know if BT was doing some refresh or like works or whatever, and I was googling it. I was like frantically googling it. I was like, "How dare they?" And I was looking, and it was like, like downdetector.com, whatever it is, saying like, yeah, there's a high spike of volume of people reporting like broadband being down. And I was knackered, and I could have just turned all my shit off and went to sleep. But I was like, instead googling why my internet's down and being pissed off about it.
Yeah, it does, man. The second you see it, you're like, oh fucking hell, here we go.
How
It's that
dare
rare now.
they? But really, that should have been like, oh, that should have been my sign to be like, oh, fuck it, yeah, I'll get some sleep then. You know what I mean? And 12:30 for me would be like an early night for me because I don't really sleep, or at least early-ish. Like I'd
Yeah,
say like my average go to bed / sleep time is about 1:30 a.m. every night, man.
mm, yeah. I think when you get a bit older, though, you either want the earlier or the later hours where everyone else is just asleep, so you know nothing's gonna like pop up requiring your fucking attention.
Mm.
That's why I like to just stay up a bit later, or I used to get up early as well. So I just wanted to be the only one awake, so I know no one's just gonna say, "Can we do this?" or like, "Can you fucking help me with this?" or you know, I just want to be just alone for a bit, man. You just want that peace.
Yeah, like me and you obviously live with people, and technically we're having our own time right now as we go live and record this. But like, there's something different, isn't there, when like they're asleep or haven't woken up yet, and like you're up and about and like you're just chilling. Like, there's a bit of like a and it's not because you want to be away from this person. Like it's even better when they're awake and then you're like, oh fuck, like I was just chilling having a good time and now you're about. Like it's actually like nicer, but that little like I imagine for you, you wake up and then you have like coffee in the morning. That's like a that's like a nice moment for you. You know what I mean? Like there is something nice about just being about before anyone else. But I hate waking up in the morning, so I don't really get that too often.
Yeah, yeah, that is like my favorite part of the day if I can get it. It's a lot rarer now having a kid, but if I
Mm.
wake up like 6 and like the missus and the kids like fully knocked out, I just think, yeah, I'm getting up. I am. Just fucking sneak off, make a coffee, and just sit there and have a drink, man, with just no responsibilities yet.
Sneak off in your own house, man. You have to sneak off.
You do, man. Just fucking grinding the coffee, like, man, is it too loud? Locking the doors and shit.
Yeah, but at least you consider it. You know, like you're
Yeah,
fucking banging about in the morning.
no comment. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's just you just want the. That's what I mean, though. I think that's why, because the pressure of just being online all the time, it kind of just feels like that feeling of anticipation that someone's gonna fucking chat you or call you and ask you to do something or fucking. You know what I mean? Like imagine like 30 years ago when we had no internet or like phones didn't even have text on them that you had to call people,
Yeah,
and a lot of
pages
people
and
just
shit.
didn't have. Yeah, like people didn't even have fucking phones or they just didn't have credit. If I like agreed to do something with you, I could just disappear, man, and just fucking not see you for weeks. And then if you see me again, like, oh, did you get that done? It's like, oh fuck, I'll get it done. Yeah, yeah. But now you could just pester me like once a fucking hour, and you know I'm
Yeah,
gonna
when
see
you've
it.
got notifications turned off and I send it loud anyway.
Yeah. But
uh,
it's just there, man. It's just like a fucking constant prodding, ain't it? Like today, like I was cooking dinner. Like you said, oh, we're recording tonight. What another mate said, oh, you want to fucking, you're gonna come down here and do this for me, like on a certain day. And like someone else is saying, oh, do you know when you're free to do this? And I'm just like, fuck's sake,
mhm.
like just constant pinging up. Like I'm just trying to cook dinner and just, it's just a reminder of how many fucking responsibilities are just stacking up.
Yeah, it would be not like I fall on both sides of the coin when I hear people get like apparently a lot of celebrities do it where they get like a very basic phone that has like, you know, it's not really a smartphone, it's like a basic flip up phone and you can just text and it's just basically a phone. You can't get apps on it. And like a part of me thinks like, oh fucking like grow up, get a phone. You know what I mean? Like just have like the nice things of the internet. But then I also kind of envy it because I wish I could do that at the same time because there is something nice about unplugging. But I don't know. I do like the internet. I don't like all of it, obviously. I don't like certain cultures that develop on and from the internet. Like I've never been one that's really like been into watching like gore and like 4chan. I've never really been interested in seeing any of that shit or seeing messed up stuff on the internet. That's not really for me. I know there's a lot of that on the internet. I've even had friends that love that shit. I used to go to house parties and people used to just pull out a laptop and be like, "Oh, look at this, man!" And it'd just be like someone being beheaded. I'm like, "Bro, I don't want to fucking see that shit, man." But that shit stays with me. Like I'll close my eyes later that night and I'll just see it vividly, man. Like I don't know if it's because I've got quite a good memory. Like I don't know if it's a photographic memory. I've never really had it tested, but when I do when I actually saw a video of this the other day, and there's a word for it. It was recommended on YouTube, and some people can't vividly see or imagine things like a photograph in the brain. I didn't know that that was a thing. Some people can and can't do it. Like I can't remember what the word is now. It's gonna bug me. Let me search it up. But I do that. Like if I'm thinking of a memory or something, like if you just brought something up, I'll visualize it like a movie, like a picture in my brain. Like I'll literally see it in front of me. And like I assumed everyone could do that, but I watched a video and it was like do you have this or something? It had like the name of it, and I was like, what the fuck's that mean? And I watched it, and I was like, oh shit, like yeah, I do, but I didn't know. I assumed everyone did it. To be fair,
Yeah. I kind of do it just, I don't know if you do it with just everyday shit, like just a few minutes ahead. Like you're imagining everything that's going to happen. Like, say if you're on the way home, like it's like I'm living it in the future. Like I'm driving home and then I imagine
mm,
pulling into the street like a couple minutes before I get there, putting the key in the door, walking in. But like while I'm thinking about going in the door and walking in, that's when I'm just pulling up.
yeah,
And then as I'm like walking in the door and putting the key in, I'm thinking about getting undressed and getting in the shower. Like I'm just living it kind of in front. I don't know, like not fully actively, but just kind of subconsciously in the background. I'm thinking about all the future little steps.
yeah, yeah. I don't do it all the time, but I do that sometimes. Mostly when like I'm looking forward to something. Like I'm kind of like thinking about how I'm going to enjoy it. But it's kind of weird because like in a way you're not really living for now, are you doing that? You're kind of living for the future, which I guess we all kind of are. But yeah, apparently it's called hypothymesia. And it says this is known as a highly superior autobiographical memory. It allows people to remember an abnormally large number of their life experiences in vivid detail, including exact dates and intricate information. It's an extremely rare condition with fewer than 100 people diagnosed globally of 2021. And then there's hyperphantasia, which is what that video was about, which I don't think I have this. This is a condition where mental imagery is so vivid it can actually rival seeing. So it's almost like you're actually living it again, which don't know if it's that strong for me, but I don't know. I've never really had it tested, but I've always had like an incredible memory. Like I used to say things to my mom, my dad, like my siblings and stuff, and they'd be like, "How the fuck do you remember that?" Like, I don't know. I remember like very, very early on. Like I'll speak to people. Maybe you can even say like most people's first memory is like maybe 5, 4. Earliest I've heard is like 3, but I remember like being a literal baby at times, man, like crying and shit.
Yeah, I've got some early memories for sure, like little snippets. Like I think the earliest memory I've got is being small enough to like have a bath in the sink. Like my mum was just bathing me in the sink because I was that small, so I couldn't have been more than like 3.
Is
No,
that a
to
lower
fit in.
class income thing? I did it as well. And like
Yeah,
In America, is that like rednecky? You know what I mean? Is that proper white trash like bathing your kids in the sink, or is that
yeah,
like that small and convenient? Like the rich people do that. You know what I mean? Their sinks are pretty much the size of fucking baths anyway, aren't they? To be fair, but like,
yeah.
I wonder if that is like a lower income fucking thing, man. Bathing your kids in the sink.
Fucking fairy liquid and a car sponge, mate. Get here.
Fucking just
It's
chuck a
probably just
scrub
like
daddy off my fucking 2-year-old head.
scrape him up. Yeah, it's probably just saves fucking like you're only that big. It saves just filling the whole bath with water to just being a foot's worth.
You ever done it to
But
your
yeah,
kid?
like not in the sink, no.
Mm.
Nah, we live all right, man. We fill up that bath, no worries. Nah, but what was the point of it? Yeah, yeah. So like, I think that's probably my earliest memory, and I remember like our granddad showing up as well in that memory, like
Mm.
just wandering through the house, sort of thing. So like a proper good memory of it. And then I remember as well, like I said on one of the other episodes, like when my dad first got Mario 64, and
Yeah.
that released in like '99, I think, or '97, something like that. So I'd have been like 4 or 5. But I remember the house, and I remember multiple memories, separate memories of that game in that house, where like when he first got it, and I was watching him play it, and then like a separate time he was letting me play it, but he was outside washing his car, and he looked in the window. Like I must have been like 4. Like that's really early, man, to remember that shit.
Yeah, I think like there's a lot of stuff about the human brain, especially that fascinates me. Like just science in general is always fascinating me, but like memory itself's crazy because you're not actually remember. I heard like when you're remembering something, you're remembering your memory of it in a way. You're not really remembering the thing, and like I don't know, like memory's a strange thing. Like if you've ever seen or heard stories of people that like with dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff, like how their memory works, or like if people attack like a knock to the head, or athletes that have been hitting the head too many times, they sort of are like. It's a weird thing, and I'm not sure if they know sort of what memories really are. Like I know there's like kind of speculation and theories of what like consciousness is, but they don't really know the thing really. So like I don't know if memories are the same in the same vein as that, but it's kind of weird though, isn't it? Especially when people have like poor memory. Like it's
Yeah.
it's so like individual, isn't it? Like it's not really like a common thing, really. Memory.
Yeah, I think with callbacks from a long time ago or something, I think you've got some memory of it in gaps, but you try and fill the gaps in with imagination.
Mm,
If
yeah.
you try and recall something, you could overwrite the whole memory eventually by just trying to imagine different little gaps of it. Because have you ever looked at a clock at the right moment and it seems to be in that second for fucking ages?
Yeah, I don't actually know what you mean when you say that. That's weird.
So like it's either a second hand on an analog clock or
Just a
like a
time.
digital clock where it's counting up the seconds, yeah. But if you like flick your eyes to it, it's like that 1 second lasts fucking ages. And what it is, I don't know it technically, but like when you kind of flick your eyes to it, you don't see anything but like a blur on the way there
Yeah.
because there's obviously your eyes are just blurring because you can't focus on anything. So when you look at it, your brain fills in that gap of blur with the first thing you see.
Yeah.
So, but it's weird because it's kind of like backwards. But you look, and then in that blur, your brain tells your eyes, and it tells itself that in that blur you were seeing that clock. That's why it lasts longer because it's like it fills
Yeah,
those missing
it's
frames.
like AI fucking generative fill, innit?
Yeah, it's like it's filling those frames, even though it was back in time. But
Yeah.
that's why it seems to last ages. So it could be like that. If something's missing, you just fill it in automatically with what you think would be there.
Yeah, I think a lot of the things as well with memory is that like even things that happen like bad. Like say for instance you had like a really shit like holiday. Like I think when you think back of those memories of the holiday, it's easier your brain kind of fucks off the negative parts of it and you remember only the good stuff. So like,
Mm.
you don't think of the times where like you was too sunburnt or you was too hot or you was too tired and sweaty and felt gross or whatever. But when you think back, you're like, oh man, like I love when I went there. And like your brain kind of romanticizes it and gets rid of all the negative shit out of it, and you kind of like cherry pick the memories almost. You don't think of the negative stuff as much, and I wonder why that is too. Like I wonder why your memory always goes to the fondness side of it.
Yeah, I think just having been on holiday. I do it with some cars. To be fair, I've had some nightmare cars, but they've had like multiple breakdowns. But I just think of the good times with them. And I have to kind of think harder and just think, actually, that was a fucking piece of shit. But I just try and pick out the good bits.
Yeah, I've been in some of them, man. I hated it.
But
Oh,
as
man.
well, like I said, I think you just imagine what the memory would have been. It's like when I fell out that tree, like when I was with Mark, like he was recording me just fucking climb this tree, and I fell out the tree and like got concussed and fucking knocked out on the floor because I fell from a good height. I don't remember like it's weird because I was conscious up to climbing the tree, climbing up all the way up, and then I fell out. But I had memory loss from before climbing the tree as well. So I
Yeah.
don't even remember climbing.
People
Why
get
would
in
it?
car crashes and shit, and like they like wake up and like, what's happened? Like people get knocked out in UFC like that. Like they don't even know they had a fight. They're like, what's going on? They're like, oh, you had a fight, you
Yeah,
lost. Like it erases a lot of stuff, man.
yeah, but you'd think the memory would retain up until the second you got knocked out,
Yeah, I
but
don't
it
know.
deletes some before it as well. It's crazy.
I think it's
But
probably
yeah,
like a sort of coping mechanism to delete the trauma from your own brain.
oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, oh,
But
let's not
I
think of
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't remember any of it. But because he was recording it, I watched some of the video after, and it was like I then remembered falling out but I don't think I did. I think my brain was just taking the video and trying to process. It was trying to fill in that memory, like this is missing,
Yeah,
and using that video to just create what it would have been like.
yeah. The same thing happened to me, kind of, because a couple of years ago, I had to have my jaw broken and realigned, if you remember.
Mm.
And I was awake for that, but they just sedated me, so I was just kind of in the chair, all fucking drugged up and shit. And then I just remember, like, I remember the radio on. I remember certain songs, and I remember I was pissed off because I was like, it felt amazing because of this like drug that they give you, whatever it is. And I was like, I was seeing mad shit, I was feeling mad shit, and then I remember just doing like, oh, and they're really like the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, that tune. And I remember thinking like, fuck, this is like such a like a vibe killer almost.
Yeah.
I remember that vividly. I remember the saying like, okay, Dan, I need you to move like your tongue to the left, or I remember them giving me like little instructions, or oh, can you like lift your tongue here, or can you move your face here, and or can you sit still, or can you lean up a little bit? I remember instructions. I remember then on the way back in the car, I remember saying like, it's crazy because I remember it all. Like I was out, but I remember it all. But then like after a couple hours later, I was thinking like, oh, there's actually lots of like memory missing. Like I don't remember it all at all. Like I might have then, but as like the drugs or whatever like started wearing off a little bit, like I was like, oh, there's actually like lots of gaps there where like I probably was just out of it, or like maybe even asleep or something. Like I don't remember any of it because I think this whole thing, the whole procedure was like an hour 20, something like that. And it felt to me like 10 minutes of the stuff I remember, but there's like an hour and 10 there that's just gone.
It's crazy, and it? It's like you just obviously you're unconscious, but it's like you don't even exist. Your just brain didn't take anything in.
But
But
it's
it's like being
nice though.
asleep as well. Yeah, it's like being asleep as well though, because I'm a heavy fucking sleeper. Like I've slept through earthquakes and arguments and fucking car crashes, whatever. Like loud
Hopefully
noises.
you not be on the wheel on them.
Some near misses. But yeah, actual car crashes, mate. Nah, but just loud noises, I'll sleep fucking deep. But if my son just goes, Daddy, dead quiet, I'm like, bing, like I'm straight awake. It's like your brain's actually processing what's going on.
Apparently, it's
And if you in that,
evolutionary trait, isn't it? You can't ignore your kid's voice or
yeah,
crying and stuff like that.
yeah. But if you're like out on that drug, if you're not being asked to do anything, like your brain's not being activated. If they're asking you to keep still or move your tongue or whatever, that's your brain's taking its time, but it's probably saying, "Oh shit, something's being asked of me." But maybe the rest of the time they just didn't tell you to do anything, so your brain was like, "Fuck it, I'm off."
Yeah, like I said, I remember the only thing that sort of like jolted me sort of back to reality is hearing that fucking Big Bad Wolf fucking shit song on the radio. But then the rest, I was like, I remember thinking, oh, this feels all right. This does because I've spoken about it before, but obviously if you're listening, you don't know. But I went there and obviously I was shitting it. I remember like talking to you about it upcoming, like, oh man, it's a week until I'm having my jaw broke, and it was like, such a horrible fucking thing. And then I went there at the hospital, and they put like the heartbeat monitor thing on my finger. And they were like, yeah, we're just going to get you prepped and get you cannula and all that type of stuff. And he was like, the head of surgery came in and he said, do you know what's happening today? And you know, he was just like, yeah, we're going to sort you out. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking nervous, man. He said, yeah, it's totally fine. But, we're good here and all that type of stuff. And he was like, I'm just going to get you set up. And he started like putting shit on my chest. Like I was just sat up in it was like a dental chair. Like I was just sat up in a chair, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna just put some shit on your chest, put some shit on your finger, and my heart rate on the thing was going beep, 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 beep. And he like looked at it and looked at me, and he was like, yeah, you need to calm down. And I was like, man, I looked at him and said, I can't. He was like, well, because they have to also make incisions in my gums. And they said when they start making those incisions, if your heart's beating like this, you're gonna bleed like crazy, and then we'll have to stop the whole thing. And you have to come back again once that's healed. I was like, man, don't tell me that before. And then I started like just doing breathing exercises, and it started coming down a bit where he was like, okay, we need, and he just went to the team, like he was like, okay, we need to just proceed now. Because he could tell that, my anxiety was just not going to calm. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to put the cannula in, and he put it in my arm, and I just saw like the clear liquid just like into my body. And I remember like feeling like an out of body experience where I just like floating above my own body. Then I just heard the thing, the heartbeat thing. You go beep, beep, beep. It went like immediate from beep, 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 beep to just boom, boom. And I remember thinking like, oh, this is fucking class. Like this feels amazing. And then like you said, like when you when I said like it kind of takes memory away. I understood in that moment why people do like hard drugs, man. Because if your life's shit or you're homeless, and that's like a sort of similar effect with like heroin or meth or something does, I get it, man. I totally fucking get it. Because if you can just feel like that, because it felt amazing. Like if you could feel like that all the time, life would be great, man.
Yeah, it's like on those videos where people in fucking San Francisco or somewhere are just frozen like a statue in the
Oh, like
street, just
Fenton all
fucking
day,
monk.
man, just leaning on shit.
Yeah.
What a
And
life that
people are
is,
like,
man.
God, what a life. And you just think, yeah, but bro's in a different universe, man. He's loving it at the minute.
Yeah, it's like that whole Shane Gillis thing, and it when like you look at like say Down syndrome people and you think, oh, that poor bastard's like it's poor bastard, that motherfucker's happier than I'll ever be. Like it's
Yeah.
not poor bastard, them motherfuckers are happy and they've got big dicks. You know what I mean? Like what's
Do
not
they?
to be happy? Oh yeah.
Why?
They just do. They're known for
What?
having big fucking dicks and being ridiculously strong. That's the two things guys want. And they got that and they're happy all the time.
You think they're just fucking like, just tapping back to gorilla DNA then?
Oh man, I have no idea. It is a
Just fu-
strange thing, but and you do see like Down syndrome people and feel like ah, but like and you know it is a shame that they obviously have like troubles in their life and that, but like they also just don't know, like they don't have to worry about fucking this shit that I have to fucking worry about and stuff. Like my brain goes to weird and dark places sometimes, but they're probably just fucking they don't give a fuck. Like I envy that
Do you
man.
think? Do you think they know what they've got though? Because I'll like, you obviously look at them like you just look at anybody, but you might give a second glance at them because you just naturally realize they're a bit different. I always think they're looking at me thinking, "Oh, he's just staring at me because I'm fucked." Like, do you think they?
Oh man.
Do you think they know, or do they just think like?
Oh man, I have no. You know what? To be fair, I have no idea. I've like seen like Down syndrome people in like working in like supermarkets and stuff like that, and like I've asked them for things like, oh, do you know where this is? Or the site. I'll say like, hello. They're always like polite and stuff like that, but I've never really had like a conversation. Like, obviously, I think it varies. Like, I think there's probably a spectrum of like where on the sort of ladder they are and how bad their disability is. But like, I reckon some are probably like very kind of witty almost. It's very probably like simple, like on the sort of like IQ scale, if you will. And there's probably some that like, yeah, just aren't really like aware of really anything and they just don't know. They're just sort of going through life. But yeah, I think it varies. It would be interesting. I would actually like to talk to one and just see, man, just like, yo, what do you think about it? Like what makes you happy? And just see like if it's almost like the innocence of a child, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, like
Yeah.
that's like what all it takes is that to just be happy. Like, what a life that must be. Like, it would be interesting, but yeah, I've never really like really conversed with one to be honest.
Well, that's the thing, because like my thought process was like, if someone's kind of disfigured or in a wheelchair or something, like they know obviously that they're abnormal to everyone else, but then so like the Down syndrome just think, do they know they're not the normal one? You know what I mean? Do they look at everyone else and think they're normal? Do they think like, oh, I'm the different one, or
Yeah,
they're just unaware?
yeah, I think it varies. There's probably some that are a bit more together because there's some that like, you know, can't live on their own and always in care or always live under the family and stuff. But there's some that like move out and get jobs and are a bit more independent and stuff. So I think it varies on how much they have of it. I don't really know. I don't really understand how it works to be honest. Like Down syndrome, I'm not really sure. Like I've heard it's like ridiculously difficult to have a Down syndrome child. And apparently, like, because I've thought this before, because I think there was an old politician, Sarah Palin. I think she tried to be a president at one point. And she like famously had like a Down syndrome child, and she used to talk about the struggles of how it is to be like, you know, raise a Down syndrome kid. I thought, like, how though? Like, how is it different to any regular kid, especially at that age, like as a baby to like a 3-year-old? Like, how is there any difference there? Like, I thought the struggles would be more towards like the teen years, and they're going through school, and you're teaching them stuff and trying to guide them through life, and them not really understanding it. But apparently, because I was a fucking ignorant twat, is that like, you know, they have to go through like a lot of surgeries, and there's a lot of like medication and things involved where it's like, ah, yeah, they're like, that probably would be like difficult to fucking deal with as a parent and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I've never really. It's kind of weird because you obviously run in circles in life with similar backgrounds and even colour and race there. Like, I don't really have many like black friends, Indian friends. Or like, I get on with everyone, and I have had those, and I've got some like friends of different cultures and races and stuff, but not like close friends. But like, yeah, I've never really had too much of like a talk where it's like, yo, let's really get into this, man. What's your fucking background? Like, what do you think about it, like to this and that? You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to get to the nitty gritty of it with everyone. Like, I'd love to just ask like, you know, like an Indian dude, be like, yo, man, do you just fucking hate white people? And just be honest with him, man. Like, do you fucking hate them? Like, I'd want people to just be honest with it, though. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about us, man? Like, do you just hate white dudes? Do you look at us and think, fuck, man, they smell? Like, what do you think about us? But no one wants to have that conversation because when you start talking about differences, it's like you're almost in life kind of not meant to acknowledge a difference in people. And I understand it a little bit, especially if, like I said, people have got disabilities and whatnot. But like, we are different in a lot of ways. Like, we're not in others, obviously. But like, let's just acknowledge that like white people are scumbags. You know what I mean? And just, what do you think about them? Like, let's have
Yeah.
an honest chat.
I know what you mean. Because if I just if I just fucking walking down the street or something and someone's struggling with something or they can't pick it up or they need some help, like I'll just fucking help them and I don't give a shit what they look like or where they're from.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like if someone's fucking if I'm gonna hold the door for somebody, like it don't matter what they look like. But if someone if I let someone out in traffic and they don't thank me, I think yeah, it's because I'm fucking white. Like, like, but like in a genuine interaction, I don't think about it much. But if something actually slights you, you think, what's the easiest thing I can pick here to victimize myself?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably do that, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe it's because I'm what people would say blessed to have been born white, lucky, whatever you want to call it. So I don't really know. But I never really like put a lot of credit into being white. Like, I don't think like it's anything special. But like I said, that could be an ignorant way of thinking because, you know, I'm born blessed. And if I was born black or whatever, and they might think like, ah, you're a lucky prick. Like, you don't know what you don't know, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know or understand the hardships that these other races probably have to go through in their day-to-day life. And I'm just walking through like a white idiot going, yeah, it's fucking sound. This is, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I never
Yeah.
really thought being white was anything like amazing or special. I never think like, oh, I'm better than someone just because of my skin color. Like, you know, I genuinely think like black people are just cooler people. You know what I mean? Like, every white dude wishes they were black in some capacity, especially in the dick department. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want
Well,
to be a
that's where
cool black dude?
yeah, that's where the double-edged sword is, though, and it's like we're we're apparently quote like the privileged ones and just the ones that get everything, and it's sound for and have no problems. But that's the other side of it is you're always looked at as the motherfucker with no struggle, and you've got all the privilege, and you've got to think it's like it ain't easy either to just have all those assumptions on you because everyone thinks you're just a cunt for being white. So it's on the
Yeah.
other end, like you're the only one that can be racist. Like you're the fucking standard. You get everything sound and easy and free. That's like the other side of it is you have to deal with that assumption.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care personally myself too much about race in general, to be honest. Like, I don't care if someone's like, I'm not gonna be the fucking woke knob that's gonna be like, I don't even see color. But like, in a sense, I don't. Like, if you're a prick, you're a prick, regardless of what fucking color, race, or religion you follow. Like, and if you sound, you sound like whether you're, you're fucking, you're a black dude, you're even like, you're a gay dude or whatever. Like, I judge everyone, but I don't actually like judge people based on like race or anything. The only time that I really judge maybe kind of someone a little bit, which is my own sort of thing, is like religion a little bit, because I look at them and I just think like, you fucking idiot. But then I also on the same hand like envy them, because I'm someone that has anxiety and I always think I'm gonna fucking die of some mad disease, which I probably am, because everyone gets cancer at some fucking point. But like, I assume and know in my heart, even though you can't really, when I die, that's it. But they kind of go through life with a safety net. I think that God's sort of like protecting and shielding them, and that must be like kind of comforting. So I do envy that a little bit, to be honest. But then I also just like, I'm walking through Birmingham and I just see multiple Christians, Islam. I even see like fucking Harry Krishnas, all these people just like preaching and trying to give me books, Bibles, Qurans, and that type of stuff. And I just think, just piss off, man. Like, just believe it. Just you got to try and get other people involved with it. Either just believe it or don't. And there's people that push it and preach it, and it's like, whatever. But I also think if you believe it, and your wife or your mom or your son is dying of cancer or something, and all it takes you to get through that rough time is you just praying every day or going to church every weekend, and that's what gets you through life, then who the fuck am I to say you're an idiot for doing it? You know what I mean? So, but it's the people that are really hardcore about it that make me just be like, ugh, fuck off.
Yeah, it's like they're just, I don't know. It just feels like they're pretending a bit, don't it? Like you see it a lot in interviews or movies or whatever, where people are like, yeah, I was on this rough road and I just found Jesus. And I think like, did you though? You just decided to start believing in something, but where are you with it? Is it just you started reading the book and you just took the values from it and thought, you know what, this can make me happier? Or did you just suddenly believe that there is just some magical being somewhere that is just going to guide you through? Like, are you pretending or do you really believe it, man? But
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
because
really pretending.
I know, but because they seem, I don't know, it feels like they're naive, like they're ignoring the real shit. But because they're on that wavelength, you feel like you can't just go, bro, come on.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like they just feel locked out, don't they?
Yeah, but like, imagine this though, and I can kind of understand this. Let's say like you put the lottery on, and it was 100 million. You thought, yeah, let me put that on. And then, like, just before you went to bed that night, before the lottery numbers were ready, you just went, fuck it, man, let me just try a prayer. Say, oh, please, God, like, let me win this. I fucking need this. And I promise if I do win this, I'll look after so many people. I'll do some good with it. And then you win. It's going to be hard for you not to be like, there was some divine intervention there. You know what I mean? Like, my prayer was answered. Like, that probably happens to people. Like, oh, please let me get into this school, or please let me pass my test, or please let me do this. And then it happens. And they're like, that must be God, and they just believe it. Like any famous person or someone that's like stroked it lucky has got to believe in some form of fashion. Like, man, that was so lucky that there's got to have been some fucking something else involved there. And like, I can see why people might think that, but for me personally, I can't. But I can understand why you'd be like, man, what are the chances that I'm here in this position? This has happened to me. Like, I should believe in something, because why am I in this position where I am now, where I'm a billionaire, whatever. But yeah, I don't believe that there's some God. But like, why would he help you? What benefit would God have for helping just one individual or fucking others? Like, it makes no sense unless he's a sadistic cunt.
Yeah. I don't point at shit like that. What I thought when you were talking is like the amount of fucking near misses I've had when driving. But like I've just been doing 30, 35 down the road and someone just flies out of a road without looking. And a second and a half earlier, like if it happened a second and a half later, they would just got straight into the side of me. Like that's happened so many times when I've been driving. I think all these near misses, not once I've been a second further down the road for it to actually hit me. Like it's
Yeah.
insane. But I just think, fucking hell, that was close.
But you as
I
an
don't think.
individual is one account, but let's say there is a God and he's making that driver drive a bit quicker, and he knows that he's going to avoid all crashes just by bombing through that lane. You know what I mean? Like, why
Mm.
is the intervention, the divine intervention, you being a couple seconds slower when why not him being a couple seconds quicker? And you're thinking, okay, that's a near miss, but what about if you know? What about if it's him just getting through before anything can crash into him?
Yeah. Could be either way. I just think it's fucking coincidental.
Yeah, it's all bollocks. If you're religious and you listen, I apologize. You believe in whatever you believe in, but like, yeah, I really struggle to believe in any of that. Like, my brain's wired to logistically, like, I think too logically about things. That it can't make sense to me, man. It is literally like believing in, the Easter Bunny or something for me. I can't believe in a god or religion.
Yeah, I can't do it either. I just can't. I can't convince myself, man. But like you say, they have their comforts and their advantages to it, and it carries people through, and it gives people nice mindsets, and there's some good values in certain religions and stuff. But it's the magic side for me that I just can't get along with.
Yeah, and everything's too convenient. Like, oh, it's because it's God's plan or God willed it or whatever. It's just like, oh, fuck off. Like, what about just like stuff that just happens? You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's God. That's God playing games and stuff like that. Like he's really giving a shit. Like, if God is real and there's a real being that made humans, and it's like, yeah, there's Adam, there's Eve. Let's fucking see what this creation is that I've done. He's not looking into everyone's life. Like, let me just tune in to see what Ryan's doing. Oh, he's driving. Oh, let's slow him down a little bit so he don't crash there. Like, he's not doing that. He's not caring about individuals. He's looking and seeing, like, who's the leader here? Okay, it's Trump. Oh, it's Keir Starmer. It's whatever. Let's see they're not doing anything to fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, it's sure. I don't get why people think they're also so special that there's a deity in the sky that's like overlooking them. Like, I almost think it's egotistical to think you're telling me there's an all being, all powerful thing, and like he's looking out for you. Like, what the fuck are you? Why are you so fucking special? And in your own sort of words, what you believe in, we're all created as one and equal as humans. So like, why are you so fucking special?
Mm. Yeah, it's just like every 5 years you just get a little update or something, just a little patch on your luckiness.
Yeah, it winds me up. And then when you start going like, fucking Adam made like his son out of like his rib and shit. Okay, then let's make someone out your rib. Go on. You know what I mean? Like, let's see it then. Go on. Die and come back 3 days later. Go on, show me and I'll believe it.
We're all rib kids.
Yeah.
What's this mean? What about this one? A few months ago, I was on the way to Tesco just to get some fucking lunch, like a meal deal, and I like scrounged some fucking change together from in the car, and the meal deal was like 3 fucking 60 or something, and I had 3.50, and I just walked to the shop anyway, and I thought, because I always park at the back of the car park, and on the way there I was thinking it's got to be 10p on the floor, like on the way to the fucking on the shop, like, and I was looking, like, just scanning while I was walking. I was like, there's got to be 10p here somewhere, and I got to right by the door, and there was a quid, like a full pound coin, and I thought, fucking hell, like a quid. Like, man, that's more than I asked for, man.
but one, there's two things that I think about there. Is one, why the fuck would God care about you getting your meal deal? Two, why would he make it a quid? Like,
Yeah, it's like, oh man, this cunt's begging for 10p. I have a
give him
treat on me,
10.
mate.
Give him 10 others. Yeah,
Get yourself an extra Scotch egg, kid.
yeah, I can't believe any of that. I don't know. I think I'm too like I said, I'm too jaded in my way of thinking. I wish I was more open minded. Like, we've spoke about work and how depressing it is, and we always want something more and break away from reality and all that type of stuff. Like, just doing the typical 9 to 5, we always want more. And we're like, how can we get out this regular system? Like, our brains are wired to not do the norm, but we're kind of stuck in the norm as everyone else is. But yeah, I don't know. I wish that my brain could be a bit like, let me just go to work today and just do a shit fucking job and just be happy about it. Like, I've got a job though. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could be like that and be a bit more simple in that way of thinking. But my brain just it fires 1,000 miles an hour and just in all directions, man. Like there's no shutting it up.
Yeah. The weird thing is as well is if I didn't need that 10p, would I have found the quid?
Mm. Yeah, because you might not have been looking at the floor.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been scanning.
But that's what I spoke about before when we were saying manifesting. Like you could also say like, oh, you manifested that. But it's because you was in a mindset and you was looking for a specific thing and then you found it. You know what I mean? Like I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what it's like. If you go looking for a certain job, you can manifest it, but that's because you're looking. You know what I mean? That's what I believe manifesting is. I don't think you can will something spiritually, really.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do it. Like I said, my brain works. You know, man. Like my brain works weird. It's different. Like I hate it sometimes. I love it sometimes because I think, fuck, I've never thought of that. Like I have like unique thoughts where like I'll Google it sometimes and be like, oh fucking hell, like that's cool that my brain's come up with that or made me think about something that way where I've had to Google it and be like, oh fuck, I've learned something. But then obviously it goes to like weird places, man, and like dark places sometimes. But like I'd love to really do like a deprivation tank thing or like ayahuasca and just really open up my fucking third eye, man, because I'm not really like a drug guy like yeah dude and like all that type of stuff. Like I'm not really that person, but I am also like afraid, man, because I've heard with like ayahuasca and stuff like that you have to be in like the right mindset or you're going to see some mad experiences and just like start rocking back and forth and crying and shit like that. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
do that and really terrify myself, but I also don't think I've ever been in the right mindset. Like, if I know there's a slight chance of a freak out, I'm always going to constantly think of a freak out. Like, if there's a, like when I'm on a plane, like I know there's a chance of dying. I'm not just sitting there thinking, yes, I'm going to my destination. I'm thinking, I'm not dying yet. The plane ain't gone down yet. The plane ain't gone down yet. Once I know there's a slight chance of it fucking up, I can only think of the fuck up. So I don't think I could do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it scares me. I like the thought of it. I like the thought of having a good time. Like I'd like to maybe just do a little dose of mushrooms or something just to get a little peek in. And DMT fucking fascinates me, the thought of it, but I don't think I'm fucking brave enough to do it.
Do you
It's
actually
like
know what it is? Like
what is?
what DMT is, like the actual thing, what it does.
Yeah, it's like a little. It's a chemical that's already in your brain that gets activated, but a little bit of it releases when you dream as well, doesn't it?
But
Like a little bit of
it's
DMT.
what activates just before you die.
Yeah, no, you get a massive spike just before you die as well. Yeah,
That's scary, you know what I mean? You're activating the thing in your brain that's saying like, I'm gonna die, so let's fucking imagine everything type of thing. Like,
yeah.
I imagine that's what people are saying, like your life flashes before your eyes. I'm assuming it's like that. So like you're forcing that at your brain and like I said, my brain thinks of like weird shit, but then at the same time, like I'm neurotic, I'm OCD, like I'm all sorts of shit. So like, what about if that's also the fix, man? What about if I come out of it and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like I've seen some real shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like dreaming though, ain't it? Like you ever had such a fucking intense dream where something's happened or someone's died or something's fucked up, and in the dream you just think my whole fucking life's fucked. Like everything's fucked, man. Everything's changed. Like I'm not gonna speak. I'm not gonna see this person again. This is fucked. Like I'm gonna get in trouble here. I might go to jail there, and then you wake up and all that pressure's just gone. You think, fuck, everything's the same as it was. Like, thank fuck, everything's just as it was.
Yeah, but like I said, my brain works in many ways. I'm always gutted when I wake up because I don't dream often. I don't get enough REM sleep, so I don't have like dreams often. But when I have like a dream where like it's kind of like a nightmare, and I have a bit of anxiety, and I wake up and I'm like, my heart's pumping, like it's a rush. Like I kind of like that. Like I kind of like that anxiety dream to be honest, because it makes me like feel something. Because I'll wake up and I don't remember a dream. I wake up and I'm usually fucking tired. I'm groggy. I haven't got any sleep. So when I do dream, even if it's scary anxiety, it's like, oh, I had a fucking dream. Like I went through some shit. Like I kind of like it because it doesn't happen often to me.
For me, it's kind of what a drug trip would be like, I guess, because it's that snap back to reality and just like, fuck, like everything's good again. But it
Yeah.
makes you realize that everything's as you kind of want it. Because I had a dream a few nights ago that I had like a little road rage with this guy, and we fucking like stepped out to fight and that, and fucking my car got nicked, and I drove off. Well, I fucking ran off, and I got pace on the skis, man. I was gone, but I like took loads of turns, and he was just still on me, like man, like Mike Myers. He was just jogging, but he was just always there, and he like found my address, and he fucking knew where I lived, and then I was like, "Fuck, I'm fucked, man. He's gonna fucking kill me," and then I just woke up. But like in the dream, like my life was changing because he knew my address and shit. And
Yeah.
then I woke up like, oh man, nah, everything's
Imagine if you
good.
like
My
woke up,
my
you was like,
food's
ah, and
there.
then you just heard like a knock on your door, like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, just fucking get through the people. Like, no.
Yeah, I'd like to try it. Like, I don't know, I'd be so scared, man. I've done psychedelics before, and I've seen stuff. I saw stuff in Amsterdam. I remember I was in Amsterdam, and I went to the counter because when I first got there, because I only went for a long weekend, and obviously we smoke, and I smoke every night before I go to bed, calm nerves and just help me sleep and stuff. So like, I'd say that like I'm not an expert, but I know what I'm doing. I can handle my shit. I know how much I need to have roughly before I feel something or I go overboard. You know what I mean? I can find my tolerance. So when I was going over there and it being like kind of known as their culture, I was like, oh, I don't want to just go over there and say, give me your fucking best shit, kid, and just end up on the moon. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do that and ruin my fucking day. So I started off saying, you know, give me, this is my situation. I'll use it for this. I'll take this much, whatever. And just started me off right. But then I remember I got a bit cocky and I went to this coffee shop and Stacey was like, let's just go and get something to eat. And I was like, I am fucking hungry. I went to this cafe and it was a proper nice little place, man. It was owned by this old dude, proper like cool building. And I think him and his wife, like they were like an interracial couple, but like he was like Asian and she was like black, I think. Like it was like a weird dynamic too. Like you wouldn't put those two people together. And I think they owned it. And then I went in there and I asked if it was like a sandwich or a toast or something. And then I went up to like because where in Amsterdam, like obviously you've been, but people who haven't been, like you have the counter where you go on up and order food. And then there's like another counter that's kind of opposite or, you know, directly opposite where you go and like order like your spliff or whatever. So I went there and I just said, like, what's the most, you know, fucking dangerous one that you've got essentially? Like, what's one's gonna fucking send me? And it was like, I can't remember what it was like California Kush or something. And it was like £20 a joint or like €25 a joint. And I was like, okay. I was like, give me some of that. And then instead of just like taking a little puff on it and being like, yeah, let me just test the water, see if I feel something, I just smoked like half of it like I would like a regular one, man. And I was just sat there and I was waiting for my food because I'd ordered it and I sat at the table and like the buildings there are so old that the stairs are so like steep. It's almost like a fucking vertical line, man, and they're so small. Like I have like size 10, 11 feet. I was just sat there and I was like right by the edge of the stairs and I just felt myself going a bit. I was like, oh, I'm feeling a bit fucking high, man. And then I just saw the stairs and it like the stairs just went, just got like 20 times longer. Like it added like 100 stairs to it or something. I was like, fucking hell, those stairs look like that's really steep. And then I started like looking at the menu that was on the table and it just looked like the words are just like slowly like drifting off like the page and shit and like just like floating like in my peripheral vision. Like I couldn't like see what the letters were, but I could just see shit that was like floating. And then I'd like look at the wall to be like, fuck, I'm not high, like trying to snap myself out of it type of thing. And I just like stare at the wall and just like the wallpaper was just kind of like liquid and shit. But then I felt like my heart rate getting up and I was like, oh fuck, I'm getting like a bit panicky, like a bit fidgety. But then I was like, nah, it's just, you know, I mean, I just had weird. And then as soon as I like accepted the fact that I was just high, I was like, yo, I feel really nice now. And like my food came and I was like, yo, this is fucking delicious. And then I just went to the Van Gogh Museum after that and I was looked at cool art and I never really knew much about Van Gogh other than like, you know, cut his ear off, which is everyone knows about him. But it's got like letters on the wall there, like actual physical piece of paper, like handwritten letters that you wrote to your brother and like, oh, I'm feeling depressed or like my art's not really going anywhere. I don't know what to do in my life and this type of stuff. And you're like, man, and now I'm in the museum of this dude's life and he was like, I don't know what the fuck to do in my life and I don't know if I should move back home and you know I'm struggling mentally and all this type of stuff and now like I'm in a museum of this dude's art. Like it was kind of like fuck, like it made me have an appreciation for shit. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucked up looking at a starry night.
Yeah, and I had a conversation with a dude over there that was from like Alabama, and we was like queuing to get in. And he was like, "Well, yo, where you from?" And he was like talking to me like, and I was like, "Yo, what you saying, man?" Like I was just like high as fuck, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm just coming here to see some fucking art."
Yeah, no shit, brother. It's a cool place though, isn't it, man? It's got a good vibe to it.
I
It's
want
got
to
its
go
own
back.
vibe, man.
I do want to go back. Like I'm not like missing it like I am Japan, but like I really did like it. Yeah, like the culture over there is cool. Like they've got some cool hangout spots. Like I went to some cool places where I was like, I wish this was like around by like my area, like, and I could meet up with like you and friends and just like chill out, have a smoke. And they had like cartoons on like actual just cool places, like you know they had cool food places and things. I do think it's a cool little city, Amsterdam. I would like to go back, and it's cheap to get there. To be fair, from where we are, 50 minutes on a flight as well as fuck all.
You think in places like that, you just because you're on holiday, you've got that holiday feeling. Like, do you think if you lived in all these places you've been holiday to, that you'd just be like, fuck's sake, off to work again?
I
Or
think
do you think
this
it's just
because I go through Birmingham now and again, and I think if I saw Birmingham in another country that I was going, would I be like, fuck, look at that? And like, they've got that Aussie the Ball thing, which is quite cool. But like, if I saw that, would I be like, oh shit, and taking loads of pictures of that? You know what I mean? And like, is it because I'm just live here and I know like, you know, the crime rate and shit there that I'm like, ugh, Birmingham. But like, you know, if you are foreign and you come over and you're walking through Birmingham, you're like, oh, look at this store. Oh, they've got this. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Oh, they've got that ball there. Like, I do think that about where we live sometimes. If people go there and like think, oh, this is a cool fucking place. Like, because when I was in Japan, I'd see even like billboards and shops and signs and road markings and be like, fuck, look how cool that is. But like, I do that there, but to them, that's just a fucking road sign. Like, why do they give a fuck about that? So like, presumably people do it in our country too, but
yeah?
it's hard to
I,
think they do.
I think they do because like you kind like in your brain you're kind of waiting to affirm what you think it looks like. Like for when I first went to Italy and we got into this little walled city and it was just cobbles and the houses were just all leaning over and just rickety like fucking like little wooden doors on the windows and just fucking washing lines from building to building. It's like, man, I'm in fucking Italy. Like it just looks how it does. So
Yeah.
even though I couldn't, like to them, it's just their fucking roads and streets. They're just normal. But when you think of England and you want it to just be like, hello, governor, and just little fucking brick houses, and it just is. So you must get here and think, man, look at it. It's so fucking cute.
Until you like
Look,
get your people spitting on the floor wearing like fucking tracksuits and be like, oh, give me your fucking phone. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You don't see that side of it, do you?
Nah, just ask for directions and get a fucking Bowie knife in your fucking neck.
Yeah, the fucking e-bike around the back of your head.
Yeah. Fucking Gucci slipper off your fucking neck, man.
Yeah, so like people that are listening, me and Ryan have spoke about it for a few months now. Like, well, for years we've spoke about. We've never been like, we've never took like a trip anywhere really together. We went to like Cornwall, which is like 4 hour drive away from where we are. But like we've always spoke about going away together and like doing cool shit. But we spoke about it for months that like we were gonna go to like Vienna because we both always been like, that looks like a cool place. And you know, we looked at booking it and like seeing how much it was and where we'd stay and shit. And we even said like around this time of year that we was gonna do it, but both of us have had like rocky situations with our financial fucking situation with work and stuff. But like now that you're in a better position, and I'm unsure on mine still, but like that'd be cool to book that though, wouldn't it? To be fair, we should like look into doing that again soon when you start like
Yeah.
you know getting the ball rolling and stuff. Because I know you don't get paid again for a little bit, but once you do, I think that's something we should because that's got to be cool. Obviously, we'll do a podcast there as well. Like I think that would be sick. Like maybe in our hotel room, we like set the phone up or something, and like even maybe use your little mics that you use for YouTube videos. Like just do a
Mm.
podcast like that. Like I think that would be
Yeah.
cool to just do one in Vienna, and like obviously we're gonna do like a bit of a road trip there. Maybe do one like driving and shit. Like I think it would be cool to do. But yeah, I've been last time I went away was Japan, and I'm fucking trying to get back there, but it's quite expensive, and I'm trying to buy a house. Like I want to. If I can't go there, I'm hankering to travel at the moment. I'm sick of like being here, especially now it's getting cold and dark and shit here now because winter always depresses me. I'm like wanting. I'm getting the urge to like fuck off again. Like I want to travel somewhere. Like I really want to see some cool shit and experience life because the past like 4 or 5 months, especially, I've done nothing but just sort of work and stress about work and just all the shit going on, like health problems and this type of stuff, and in and out of fucking depressive states and that. So I just want to think like, fuck this. Like, what am I doing? Just sat here doing nothing, man. Like, I want to see some shit as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can do it now. I think now that I've landed this and I'll get a fucking normal paycheck again. We probably can do it. I'm gonna have to wait till just before Christmas to get paid, but it should be like a month and a half's pay.
we can look at the end of January when like you got all the Christmas shit out of the way and you got like the January pay. We can look at the end of January, like I said, because we were planning on doing it in like March around my birthday. But the the further into the year, the warmer it'll be, the better weather it'll be. Like the better, really, especially for driving around, like going to Budapest, which is the plan from Vienna, and all the views and shit there. You want it to ideally in your head be like a clear, like sunny day and seeing all the hills and the mountains and shit. Like I don't want it to be like rainy and dark and depressing. But if it is, it's
I think
still
around
cool over
March
there.
time though, it's when it's just starting to kind of open up a bit in it in March. Like it starts
Yeah.
to clear, like the winter fucking fog starts to pick up. I reckon we can do it.
Yeah, maybe we can still do it in March. I don't know, like, what the pricing would be like now. If I ain't looked really, but yeah, I think it would be a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I think we'll be sweet on it.
We'll be strong.
Hmm.
But yeah, we can.
I did have something else before you fucking brought that up, but I forgot what it is now. I don't know. I ain't gonna get it back. It's gone. It's in the void.
But why? Thing is, we'll wrap it up in a minute, and then as soon as I press stop recording, whatever, you'll be like, "Fuck, that's what it is."
Yeah. I think I was just thinking like just how many people are just in the fucking situation of like, oh, I'm trying to buy a house and fucking I got to do this and save for this, and there's just so many people out there that just got millions of pounds, man.
Man, I read something that put something into perspective the other day, and it made me like depressed at the same time. But it was like a guy I know last year, the end of last year, like November last year, sold his business for 20 million. And now this month he found a cancer lump and won't make it to the end of the year. I was like, Jesus. Like, and he's worked so much, got a business, sold it for 20 million foot, right? I get to live, and then boom, fucking the big C. Like, you never just fucking know, man. Life can just switch on a dime, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's guaranteed. You could get a disease, you could get hit in the head, you could get paralyzed. Like, who the fuck knows, man? And like, as you get old, obviously, you think more like that and you become more aware of your mortality. But the more it drills into me, there's like, I need to fucking do some shit then, man. Like, what am I waiting for? Like,
Yeah.
because tomorrow isn't, it's not an original thought that tomorrow is not guaranteed, but like, if you tell an 18-year-old you that, you're like, fuck, of course it is. I'm only 18. You know what I mean? Like when you're 18, 30 years old, it's like old as fuck. And they were like 31, almost 32 for you. You are thinking like, fuck, like what's in it for me? Like, where am I going with it? Like, especially when I was like 18, I was a depressive cunt. Like, I didn't even want to make it to 30. And now I'm 30. I'm thinking, fucking hell, am I going to make it to 60? You know what I mean? Like, I actually want to sort of live now. But, like, if you'd have told me at 18 when you think you're, like, invulnerable and invincible, time means fuck all to you and, like, death and stuff like that. 'Cause it seems so far away. But when you start getting into your 30s, even though it's still technically young, like, these are the ages where like diseases start creeping in, like arthritis and stuff, where you think, fuck, this is like going to be me for the upcoming years, man.
Yeah. And that's why I've started working out and fucking trying to look after myself a bit, man, because I don't want to be crippled in a few years. But it's always the fucking same, mate. Like you get a little treat or a good bit of luck, and it just levels out, don't it? Like
Always.
you'll get a tax rebate for like 800 quid or something. You're like, yo, fuck yes. And then just 2 days later, you get a surprise bill for like 600. You're like, oh, fuck off, man. I
Yeah.
couldn't just enjoy a bit of good. Like, you got to keep me grounded.
Yeah, like someone was going to fucking Tesco and thought, fuck, I'll buy a meal deal now because I've only got fucking 150. I've lost a quid. And then you've gone, fuck, I need a fucking quid. And then you pay more.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking simulation, ain't it, man?
It is a simulation, but yeah, that's fucking
But it is, man. You're like, yeah, like,
it,
yeah. You get these little good fucking bursts, man. You think, yeah, I'm on a little roll here, and then just something drops in your fucking lap. Like, it's always keeping you on that fucking 1 KD, man.
always keeping that is a good way to put it. Fair 1 KD. Yeah, what I would like to do then, because you discussed taking like a mushroom then, and I've said it before, we should do it on here, man. We should, but not go crazy with it. Pop like a little dose, whether it be 5 milligram. I don't know when it comes to milligrammage. I don't know that. I've just took stuff. I've tried acid, or someone said, "Yo, put this in your tongue." I've done shit like that. And I've gone, "Fuck you," and like I've done shit like that. I've done mushrooms, but like I've never done it where it's like, oh, let me take a little bit or microdose. I've never really fucked with it, to be fair. Like, because marijuana is usually the one that makes me feel like how I need to feel, really. But I think we should take whatever dose it is. Maybe we could do some research into it and then just go live, like I said, and just see what fucking comes out of us, man. Maybe we'll like
I might,
look back at it and go, fuck, that's not worth putting out. That was awful. We spoke about mad shit. Maybe your hate for Down syndrome people apparently comes out again. I don't know.
I think I'd want to be maybe in person for that one. So I wouldn't want to be struggling and then say, yeah, man, sound, see you later, turn the fucking mics off on that, and then just start panicking on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I
But
would like to
I
start
think,
doing the podcast in person anyway. But yeah, that would be a good
yeah,
one to just be like, just go live and just be like, yeah, we just sat here in my living room. We're waiting for it to kick in.
you never know, we might just start fucking wrestling or something, man.
Oh man, that would be a good podcast, wouldn't it?
Start playing Twister with no mat. But yeah, fucking, I think what's regarded as a decent dose with mushrooms for like beginnerish is like a gram.
Mm,
But it sounds like a lot to me. Like that's a pretty standard dose, so maybe half a gram or something would be like
yeah.
a good entry point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, did it in person because, yeah, like I said, I don't want to be logging off and then just being like, just in my shower, just rocking back and forward. Just like, man, I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, because you might just keep composure for the pod and then turn it off and just be in the dark like fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it would be a good idea to do it in person. It might be a laugh as well. To be fair. I would like to get it set up in person, man, and do some fun shit on the video
The
and
only
that.
thing
But
is with mushrooms, like, it can last like 8 hours.
yeah, maybe not a mushroom, then maybe an edible or something. I know my brothers do it and they order it online. It's completely legal, I think. They order like they're like sort of like cola bottles and they just bite half of one and they feel it like almost immediately, like maybe 5 minutes, and they're like, whoa, I'm feeling good. And you know, my big brother Toffa says that like the class, to be fair, like I'm not ordering it. I think tried to look a couple of months ago at the link he sent me before, and it's not there anymore. So maybe they changed it and maybe it isn't legal. I don't know. But they literally ship it to your house. And it's not just CBD. Like there's actual THC in it 'cause it makes you feel stuff. Like I don't think CBD like makes you feel anything. From my experience, it doesn't anyway when I've tried it. Um, so yeah, maybe maybe just an edible. That's not
Yeah,
weed because like you know you can, like I said, you can kind of see stuff on it, but not really. But yeah, I don't know what. It'd be
mm,
interesting just to
yeah,
see what
definitely.
comes out of us. Like I said, what we should do is do it in person, get fucking blitzed, and let's just start the Fast and Furious, man.
Oh fucking hell. I ain't watching past fucking anything past 2, man. Oh, they got those magnet planes.
Yeah,
Remember that one?
that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. If you can poke holes in there, that'd be so fun to do, man. Or just something daft, like I don't know, something like daft. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's down the line. I would like to start doing it in person, but I don't know how we'd set it up. But it would
we'll
be
figure
cooler
it
to
out, man.
do. But yeah,
Let's adios it then.
yeah, man. It's been episode 8. We got good we got good feedback on the last episode. To be fair, obviously we reacted to a couple of videos and people like that segment. So maybe next week I'll think of some things to bring to the table. Some things that you haven't seen yet. So maybe some old classics years ago they
Yeah.
tried it. I think that one's
Oh
got
no.
to come in. I ain't seen that one for a little
Yeah.
bit. That's got to come in at some point.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like the feedback's been good. So yeah, and if you are solely listening just on Spotify and that's how you listen. Give the fucking YouTube a subscribe as well because we get okay-ish views on YouTube and that's to be expected because most people come to Spotify for the podcast. But yeah, get the subscribers up on there because that'll obviously be good for us because we get it out.
Yeah, I'd like some comments as well, just because the views are there, but you want to know what people think. People have watched it, but you don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, so some comments would be nice.
Yeah, drop some comments, some feedback, some likes, whatever you be. It feels fucking. You never want to be that annoying cunt. Like and subscribe, guys. But
Yeah.
we genuinely know what we're talking about because we don't want you fucking falling asleep. Like we talk about what the fuck we want to talk about, but if you've got something interesting to add or like a perspective you've not thought of, whatever, then let us know. And if you're Down syndrome and want to say fuck you to Ryan because he cussed you, then drop that comment as well.
That's right, man. I'll fucking pan you, man.
On that note, in a bit.
Peace and love.